Hi friends, today I am here to show the detailed review of Lava Iris X9. It comes with an 5.5-inch HD IPS display with Dragon Trail protection, which is I think so very good for the phone, and it can witness some breakage issues. Here is 13 megapixel rear camera and 8 megapixel front camera with BSI sensor which has f2.4 aperture. It also comes with 2 GB RAM and 16 GB internal with 2650 mAh lithium polymer removable battery. It comes with Star OS, which is with Android Lollipop. It does not contain 4G but supports 3G up to 2100 mAh. So it can support Airtel and Docomo. Now let's do the unboxing. So the box contains the handset, the data charger, which has 1 ampere charge. It has this data cord, earphones, and user manual. Let's see what's inside. So there's nothing else. Now let's get started with the handset. I'm going to switch on. Let's look until the phone starts. See, here it's 13 megapixel autofocus camera. Here is the brand name and the model number. Here is the microphone, front camera, sensors, and the top contains 3.5 mm audio jack and the charging slot. Now let's start. Now let's look into the camera setting. Um, let's start with camera. We'll click some images. Let's see. Uh, the phone has a decent camera, not that great, but it's decent. Now let's check its specs. There is no manual mode written over here. There is no pre-installed HDR. You need to click on HDR to turn it on. Let me tell you, I'm not in great light, but it's decent. So the photo clicked in HDR comes quite well than in normal mode. Now let's check about its specifications. Here it is. It comes with Star OS, 2 GB RAM, 16 GB internal. Here is a model number, Android 5. Here is Lollipop. Here is build number and band version. It has quite some features like smart flip, custom gestures, smart wake up, which comes with pre-installed gestures. You can further edit them. So let's check it. For music, and it's still not detecting it. Let's check for some other features. Oh, now it detected it. So I think it's some bug in the UI. Let's see some other features. Let's check the storage. So you can install the apps directly to SD card. It has Hotnot, which is like NFC for Samsung and other apps. So you can transfer your data or pictures or something like that through Hotnot. It has theatering and portable hotspot feature as well, so that's not an issue. Let's check its StarOS. The UI seems to be well enough. It's smooth, touch is great. I can easily switch into some screens very easily. Let's check and go for its benchmarks. Let's test it. We'll need to wait until the benchmark score runs. Till then, let's check its audio output. Let me tell you, this is the maximum voice, I guess, and sound is good. You can hear it, but I think it will slow down when I keep it on the bench. Yeah, so sound does cramp out when I keep it on some bench or anywhere. Benchmark is still running. So here is then AnTuTu benchmark. It's running. Let me see. There are frame lags in 3D overview, so I guess it won't be able to play high definition games. The screen is too laggy. It's not playing very well. There are two lags in the frames. You can see that the frames are being played at 6.1 or 5 frames per second, so that's an issue. Now let's see what the benchmark scores are. So you can see the score over here is 19,872, which is less than Asus Zenfone 5 and much less than Redmi Note. So here are some other scores: multitask scores, single RAM score. Now let's go for some other benchmarks which I have installed. Let's go for multi-touch test. So it does support 5-point multi-touch. The feature of Lava Iris X9 also comes with an phone booster, from which you can boost your RAM directly without installing any third-party apps. The further UI can be directly used from the shortcut given from, I guess, bottom. The toggle bars are not LED lead. You can, as you can see, you can use your UI very easily and custom it as you want. I have kept this. Let's go for its gaming review. Let's start with an very user-friendly game, which is Subway Surfers. Let's play. So the game is quite well. I don't see lag. It's quite smooth. I am not a good gamer, but let's see. The gaming motions are very smooth. I don't see any lag whatsoever. I don't feel any heat. Uh, its touch is very smooth, as you can see. Its response is very quick. However, graphics are a bit noisy, if you can see. So let's get left and left the gaming review to a new game, which is BB Racing. I guess it's an high graphic game. So let's see. Let's see. I can see frame drops. However, the response output is very smooth. The output by the screen is as timed input. The output is real time. Let's see whether it lags over here or not. A slight frame drop, but you can't very clearly see it. Let's just pause it over here and go on to another game, which is SBK 15. Then we'll see whether this phone supports multitasking or not. So let's start the game. Let's check if there is any screen lag. Let me tell you, I will do the detailed camera review in my next video, so stay tuned. Okay. So motion sensor detects very well my motion, and as you can see, it's nice. I can't see any frame lag. I am not a good player, but just checking if the phone lags screen frames or not. So I can't see any. Let me tell you, this is a high graphic game. I don't know whether you can see it, but during this gameplay there was a frame lag. I don't know whether of 1 second or not, but it was there. So I've just paused this game, and now we'll go on to the previous game which we played. So check whether it's multitasking or not. And yes, it does support multitasking. I don't see any frame lags whatsoever. It's nice. Oh, there was a frame lag, but it does support multitasking, and you can switch apps whenever you want. Let's go on to Subway Surfers again. And yes, it's quite well. So Lava has put on a nice mobile. You can see I have using lots of apps during my detailed review, and it does support it well. Let's go on to camera again and look out for its features. It has a beauty feature with which you can improve your face, and it has touch focus. Let's go on to front facing camera. So front facing camera is quite, let's just see. Yes, it's decent, but not that good compared to Xiaomi and Honor. But yes, it does click nice photos, as you can see, but details are few blurred out. You can see some noise. Let's just move on to back camera again and look out for its video settings. So yes, video can be fine, that is from 1020 1280 to 720 pixels and not more than that. Let's go for it. Camera comes with an voice capture, and pixel size is 13, so 13 megapixel camera. You can preview it full screen or standard 4.3. Let's move on to its keypad, whether keyboard provides swipe or not. Yes, you can see it has swipe feature. You can also use touch, so keyboard is nice. Lava has used a nice Star OS, which he says will be upgradable in future. That's it. So after using this for quite 22 to 23 minutes, I don't see any heating issue anywhere on screen, neither near camera. After using this phone, I feel that it's quite better than Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G, which has quite some heating issues, but its camera is better. This phone, it's priced between 10,000 K, which is good in its price list. I don't know whether it will be able to compare up with new Eureka U Plus. We'll look